are you? Welcome to Social Launch Media. We have another What About It tip of the day. So here's my question. Does this sound spammy? Like, don't we get that often, like when you're writing something and you want to sound like authentic, right? You don't want to sound like just like something that's going out to everyone, and you don't want to sound like a robot, which I think is one of people's main concerns, or one of their big concerns when you're using Messenger, like one or two, like, oh, it's going to spam people, or two, oh, I'm going to sound like a robot and they're going to not think it's a person. Well, in both of those instances, you could, if you're not careful, you could end up sounding spammy, and you could also end up sounding like a robot. But how do we avoid that? Well, the key is, so I'm the bot nerd of the two, and Deb is the word queen, so she gets the better one. So the word queen, Deb, is really good at taking like something the way you would say it and putting in a real people talk. So when you send out messages, and we create messages for people, the really important part, like I can do all the technical part and connect all the pieces and make sure that we're engaging in the right way, but really it's like the icing on the cake is how you say things. And that's what Deb is so good at, like taking a sentence that I would say in a really awkward CPA bot nerd way, and she just turns it into like real life language. Now that seems really easy, right? Like you just talk like a human. But how often do people write? And it doesn't sound like you would have a conversation at all. I mean, worse yet, it could be like me when you write and you leave words out and you don't even like make clear sentences. But most people when they write, they don't really sound like a human. You sound like you're writing to somebody, and you use too many words, and you don't use words that you would use in real language. And so why did this topic come up? Well, today one of our clients, no light. Oh, look away. All right, light, come back on. There. One of our clients was inviting people into her messenger, because that's a really important way to drive subscribers and into your community, your messenger community. And so there's so many different ways that you can do it. Well, one of the ways is to send a text message and say, welcome to my community. We're doing this, and that. And the key is every conversation that you have with somebody, introducing them to your messenger, you have to sound like a real person. So you can't just say, join my messenger. And sometimes it's automated. And so when it's an automated message going out to people, it's even more difficult. And so every contact, every touch point that you have with people, really, and not just in Messenger, like in every conversation, in every letter, every newsletter, every post, needs to sound like a real person. But I think it's even more important when you're driving people to Messenger, because people already have oh, Messenger, is that a bot? Is it AI? Oh, that's so weird. It's really not. It's really this great tool to communicate with your community, but you have to sound like a person. So how do you do that? Let's say that you wanted to send out a text message and invite people into your messenger. Well, the key is, now you can use the same message for people, for everyone, but be real personal. Hi, this is Jennifer. I'm going to start using my messenger community to tell you how to create interesting, important, engaging messenger flows. Again, you can see why Deb is the word queen and I'm the bot nerd. So anyways, we'd go back to the message. So I said, hey, this is Jennifer. I create this really great community in our messenger bot, and we're going to teach people and engage people and help them to use their messenger to engage their community, drive ROI, drive finances, not drive ROI. See, that's not real people speak. I'm going to get so much better at real people speak. And then you would send that message. You don't just want to say, I wouldn't want to send a message that said, if you want to learn about how to use Messenger, use this link, because then it's not personal. They don't know there's a person behind it. The key is when I say, hey, this is Jennifer, come to my Messenger community, okay, there's a person behind that messenger bot. It's just not Social Launch Media's messenger. There's a person who's reading it and engaging with it. So as in everything in life, it doesn't sound like spam if you're talking like a person, if you're talking not about yourself, but including yourself in the conversation, not doing this third person, go to this community, go to this link. This is Jennifer, I'd love for you to join us. See the big difference there? People might go, oh, who's this person inviting me? I think this is spam. And people are so careful with spam now, because we get these weird messages that even seem like a person, right? Hey Jennifer, I saw I got another friend request from you. Well, how many of those you get in one day and you realize, uh-oh, another virus? And so that's why it's really important when you're writing these messages to make them personal enough that people know, oh, this isn't a virus, like, just repeat. And it's not just a robot, it's a person inviting me to their engaging messenger community. It's really the first touch point for people to understand what your message is going to be about. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get better with Real People Speak. And we'll have the Bot Queen here. Bye, everyone. Have a great day, and don't forget to messenger.